Hi friends, I'm John Laspina, the Carnivore Teacher, and I used to be depressed. I had a lot of mood swings, a lot of anxiety that I was trying to manage, and it all went away when I eliminated starch, sugar, and seed oils. It all went away when I started eating the proper human diet of animal meats, fish, and eggs, and animal fats. I've been level or up all the time now, and I never thought that was possible. I thought it was normal to have these mood swings. You know, when I was down, really down. And then I would come back up and I would be really happy, almost like a manic depressant, but I wasn't manic depressed. Theirs is a much deeper dive and a higher swing. If you know anybody with schizophrenia, that's where people hear voices. And the voices tell them to do things and to harm themselves and harm other people. And they have to ignore the voices, but they can't get rid of the voices. The voices are talking to them. That's a real thing that people experience. When those people with schizophrenia start feeding their brain ketones by eliminating all the sugar and the starch, then those voices minimize and become whispers. And eventually, over time, the voices disappear. The proper human diet and ketones healed their schizophrenia. It's a miracle. It's true. If you know somebody who has an eating disorder, they're either bulimic or they're anorexic, that's a mental thing where they look in the mirror and they see themselves as fat, even though they're really skinny. And it's an actual mental disorder that goes away when they start nourishing their brain with ketones and taking away the starch and sugar. We're all different. We are all different. I can only speak for myself, and I had some depression. I didn't have schizophrenia, but I'll tell you a little exercise I did. It was pretty interesting. My depression came back because I did this. Let me share this with you. I started adding raw kefir, into my diet. That's fermented dairy. And I realized it makes me feel well. It makes me move my bowels healthier, and it worked. So what do I, a sugar addict, do? I added on to that. I started adding some yogurt to it, some regular yogurt, and I started, instead of having just this little, like, couple of tablespoons of it, I started having a quarter cup and then a half a cup. And I was having more of it after each meal instead of just once a day because I abuse things. It's in my nature. What was I doing? I was giving myself more lactose. Lactose is glucose and galactose. That's the dairy sugar lactose. And because I was drinking more and more of this dairy, I was giving myself more glucose and I was upping my sugar in my brain. And I noticed I was getting depressed again. I was getting pessimistic again. I wasn't happy as much. I wasn't smiling, and I noticed it. And I thought, all right, I've been really happy for almost 6 years. I started adding glucose in the form of lactose, too much, and I started feeling the way I did over 6 years ago. What an epiphany that was. So I backed off of the lactose. I went back down to 1 or 2 tablespoons of kefir only, and within a couple of days, my happiness came back. The depression disappeared. Fascinating N=1 experiment. That's what too much sugar does to me, personally. It makes my emotions go down. Everybody's physiology is different, whether you have anorexia or bulimia or schizophrenia, or if you're manic depressant or any other mental issue. Taking away the sugar improves that problem or eliminates that problem. So I encourage you, if you're listening to this and you're having any issue with your emotions or your brain or any of the things I mentioned, start eating animal products and take out all the sugar and observe yourself and see what happens. Probably there's going to be a great improvement. And to me, it's gold. It's priceless to feel wonderful all the time. If you liked this video, click the thumbs up, share it with somebody that you think can benefit, and subscribe to my channel to get more content. Have a really great day.